Every year, new mobile games push the limits of graphics and gameplay, and when you add controller support, the experience feels just like console. That's why I've created this list of the top 10 best new Android and iOS games with controller support in 2025. Be sure to like the video and subscribe for more mobile gaming guides. Let's dive in. Let's kick off our list with game number 10, World War Legion, an intense first-person shooter that instantly throws you into the chaos of World War II combat. This game combines fast-paced gunfights, 3D visuals, and next-level performance that really push mobile FPS standards forward. What impressed me most is how fluid it feels with a controller. Aiming, shooting, and movement all feel incredibly precise, like you're playing a full console shooter on your phone. The game offers both online and offline modes, so whether you're looking to test your skills against real players or just enjoy solo action, it's got you covered. The attention to detail here is outstanding. From weapon animations and custom gunsmithing to parkour moves like jumps, slides, and climbs, everything feels dynamic and responsive. Up next, we have number 9, Junkyard Rush Racing, a chaotic Southern-style racing experience that perfectly captures that dusty daredevil spirit of old-school American car culture. It's the kind of game that makes you want to roll down the windows, hit the gas, and kick up some dirt. Inspired by the reckless energy of the Dukes of Hazzard, this racer combines the heart of the countryside with arcade speed excitement. What I love about Junkyard Rush Racing is how alive every race feels. You're tearing through junkyards, desert roads, and winding country lanes, all while battling against AI drivers or even your friends in local split-screen multiplayer. Yes, full controller support is here, and it feels fantastic. Whether you're doing tournaments, time trials, or just a quick race, the controls are tight, responsive, and give you that real console-level driving feel. Game number 8 is Katana Dragon, an action RPG adventure that instantly pulls you into a world of mystery, beauty, and challenge. You play as the ninjas Shin and Nobi, two warriors on a quest to lift the curse haunting the land of Sogen. Right from the start, the game's handcrafted world stands out. Every region, dungeon, and secret corner feels designed with care, giving you that sense of genuine exploration that's rare to find in mobile RPGs today. The combat here is fast, fluid, and incredibly satisfying, especially with a controller in hand. You'll learn and master ninja skills that go far beyond simple attacks. They're essential for solving puzzles and taking down tough enemies. Speaking of enemies, Katana Dragon throws some truly fierce ones your way, yet from fire-breathing beasts to flying monsters, each with its own attack patterns that keep you on your toes. Coming in at number 7 is CYGRAM, an indie racing game that completely redefines what arcade racing means on mobile. This isn't your typical car game on a track. Instead, you're controlling a high-speed drone through futuristic circuits floating in space. From the moment you leap off the star deck, you can feel that rush of adrenaline as you dive, boost, and twist your way through the galaxy. The concept is fresh and creative. Your avatar wears a holographic headset to remotely pilot your drone, giving you full control over every movement. You'll rely on your anti-gravity boosters, jet engines, and time-slowing abilities to master impossible jumps and find hidden shortcuts. With a controller, the precision here feels fantastic. Every tilt, every drift, and every mid-air adjustment is fluid and rewarding. At number 6, we have Bloomtown, and this one really stands out for its heart and atmosphere. It's a narrative JRPG that beautifully blends turn-based combat, monster taming, and social storytelling, all wrapped in a charming 1960s Americana aesthetic. But don't let the cozy setting fool you. Beneath the small-town smiles and summer warmth lies something much darker. You play as Emily, a 12-year-old girl spending the summer with her younger brother Chester in their grandfather's quiet little town. At first, everything feels peaceful in the parks, the grocery shops, the old cinema. But soon, children start disappearing and strange nightmares begin to seep into reality. What really sold me on it is how naturally the game moves between exploration, story moments, and combat. And with controller support, every bit of it feels smooth and immersive. Halfway through our list, number 5 is Snufkin, Melody of Moominvalley. Now this one is pure atmosphere. It's a relaxing, story-rich adventure where you use music to restore harmony to the valley. The game is based on the beloved Moomin universe, and it absolutely nails the whimsical, magical feeling of that world. Playing with the controller feels almost like playing an indie console title. You can really soak in the visuals and soundtrack without being distracted by touch controls. What I really appreciate here is that it's not just a kid's game. It has layers of depth and storytelling that adults can connect with too. Every melody you play has a purpose, and the game makes you slow down, appreciate nature, and enjoy the journey. If you're looking for something different from the usual action-heavy titles, Snufkin is a perfect change of pace. Next up, number 4, Dunkadillo. This is one of the quirkiest games I've played recently. It's essentially a physics-based basketball platformer, but with an armadillo as the main character. Yes, it's as wild as it sounds. You roll, bounce, and slam dunk your way through creative levels that get progressively more challenging. With a controller, the precision and timing feel so much better, especially when you're trying to pull off trick shots or avoid obstacles. The game doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's the beauty of it. It's addictive, funny, and surprisingly skill-based. I found myself coming back to it again and again just to improve my runs. It's one of those games that feels instantly satisfying but still keeps you chasing high scores. If you want something fresh, lighthearted, and creative, Dunkadillo is definitely one of the most fun picks this year. Game number 3 is Neon Spellstorm, and this one is a visual spectacle. It's a bullet hell action RPG set in a neon fantasy world where magic meets cyberpunk. The gameplay is fast, chaotic, and honestly pretty tough, which is why controller support is such a blessing. Dodging waves of enemies, chaining spells, and pulling off special moves just feels right when you're using analog sticks and triggers. The game rewards quick reflexes and strategic spell combinations, so you're constantly engaged. On top of that, the visuals are stunning, bright neon magic effects against dark, futuristic backdrops. What impressed me most is how smooth it runs on mobile, even during the most chaotic moments. If you're into games that keep your adrenaline pumping and challenge your skills, Neon Spellstorm is one of the most polished experiences you'll find this year. At number 2, we have Night Slashers, Remake. Now, this is a revival of a cult classic beat-em-up from the 90s, and it's everything I wanted it to be. With updated visuals, reworked combat, and full controller support, it feels like a love letter to fans of the genre. You fight through hordes of monsters, mutants, and undead in fast-paced side-scrolling action, and it feels incredible with a controller in hand. The combos are smooth, the enemies are varied, and the game captures that old-school arcade vibe while still feeling modern. What I appreciate most is that it doesn't just rely on nostalgia. The developers clearly put effort into making it stand on its own in 2025. If you're a fan of beat-em-ups or just want a game that feels like an arcade machine in your pocket, this remake is a must play. Finally, taking the number 1 spot is Exit the Gungeon. Many of you probably know its predecessor, Enter the Gungeon, and this follow-up takes the chaotic bullet hell formula and cranks it up even more. On mobile, it's easily one of the most satisfying games you can play with a controller. The climbing, shooting, and dodging mechanics feel smooth and responsive, which is essential in a game this fast-paced. The humor, quirky weapons, and endless replay value are all here, making it an absolute joy to play. What makes Exit the Gungeon stand out for me is how it manages to keep that roguelike unpredictability fresh every run. You never know what weapon you'll get next, and that's what keeps you hooked. As the top pick on this list, it's the perfect example of how mobile games can deliver console quality experiences when paired with proper controller support. And so, our countdown ends here. Another chapter in discovering the best mobile gaming has to offer. Like, subscribe, and check the pinned comment for all game links. Don't skip our past videos. They're loaded with recommendations you'll love. See you next time.